First of all, did you identify your goal yesterday? Did you come up with a C-type goal, and did you write it out? One of the tips I want to give you is when you write a goal, write it as if it's already happened. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what's real and imagined, and it will go out to create whatever it is that you plant in there. So when you plant an idea that it's already done, it will go out there and create the results that you're wanting. That's tip number one. And only put positive images into your goals, so positive words that create a positive image. So an example would be, you wouldn't write in there, I'm so happy and grateful now that I've given up smoking, because it still creates an image of you smoking a cigarette. So if that is something that you want to do, then you would start to say something like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am so much healthier. I only put things in my body that create optimal health in my body. So if you start to create different pictures and different ideas, then you're going to start to identify some of the things that you need to do differently. This is what today is about. Today, and if you're here, let's do the little head with the jumbly up mind, like the scattered mind there. Because what we want to do is chuck a spanner in the works. So today you're going to do something a little bit different. No matter what it is, you're just going to start to do different things, and you're going to make it a daily practice that I do things differently each day. We want you to become more conscious. 96 to 98% of your day you are subconsciously going through. You have habits. You have habits of the way that you brush your hair, the way you brush your teeth, the things that you do in the morning. If you live with anybody, you will see that they have a habitual routine that they go through in the morning. Like my dad, hi Dad, if you watch this, if I went around at his place and wanted to have a shower at 7:20, there would be, no, you don't do that, because that's the time that Dad's in there. So you will start to understand that other people have habits. You do too. Now, it's when you start to change some of these habits, and just the tiniest thing, you'll become more conscious throughout the day. When you start to create a habit of being more conscious throughout the day, you are going to wake up a bit more. You're going to be able to see different things, and you're going to be able to understand and appreciate some of the things that are coming into your life, because you're creating them, because you're now looking around. Now, so there's some different things that you can do. With your goal, you may come up with some action steps. You're like, okay, so if your goal is to create a more healthy body, and smoking is something that is not a part of that, you may identify that you start to drink more water, or you take deeper breaths, because that's really what smoking does, hey? I used to be a smoker. I smoked, I think, for about 15 years, and it took me 15 years to give it up. So I realized that I used to say that smoking calmed me down. Well, it was the deep breaths that calmed me down. So then when I decided to stop smoking, I understood that I had to take more deep breaths, and that would calm me down. It wasn't really the cigarettes at all. So you can use that if that helps you. I know somebody else that I've worked with before that has stopped smoking from just doing that little exercise. If you've got a money goal, start exploring some of the different things you do if you've reached your money goal. Like, start Googling things, start to look for different things. I have some people that wanted 10 times their income. I'm like, well, what would you do with the money? And they're just like, oh, well, I'd buy a house and I'd do this and I'd do that. I'm like, yeah, but on a daily basis, would you shop at different shops? Would you wear different clothes? Would you upgrade your glasses? Like, what sort of things? Would you get your hair done each week? Start to think about something that you would be doing differently than you're doing today, and start to chuck a spanner into your routine. So some of the things that you can do, like sometimes taking action towards a goal can be quite scary, because you're going to have to be more consciously aware of things. But you can do some different things just to create more conscious awareness in your day. You can take a different route home when you drive home, like go drive a different way to work and when you come home. Have you ever thought, I'm going to do this on my way to work, and then you get to work and you're like, oh, I didn't even stop and do the thing I was wanting to do, because you just have a habit of how you get to work. And unless you're conscious to turn a different way, you're just going to get to work. That's just the way you're being programmed to do things. So have you ever tried doing things with the other hand? Like we do a lot of writing with the other hand just to get us into the feeling of doing things differently and being uncomfortable. Have you ever peeled veggies with the other hand? That is the most unco thing that I think I've ever done. I've also had people put their clothes on differently, so put the other leg in the pants and stuff first, and it's a hard thing to remember of the morning to go and put the opposite leg in your pants first. So you have to leave little clues for yourself and cues for yourself to remind you each morning. So just start to do things a little bit differently. Start to change your habitual pattern every single day, and you will start to see some different things come in. Maybe cook a meal that you've never cooked. Have you ever done that? Like when you've just gone, like you've probably got recipes in your head that you don't even have to think about, you just cook. But then when you go to cook something you've never done before, you have to be conscious so much more. And you've got to read something and go over there and stir this and come back over here and do this. It's different. Let's get a bit of, like, just spice it up a bit. Just go and do something today that you've never done before, and make it a habit that each day I do something that's out of my comfort zone, because it's when you get out of the comfort zone that different things start to come in. You look at the results and you go, oh, probably not what I was looking for. Oh my God, that is amazing. I can't wait to do that again. I'm going to keep that as my habit from now on. So when you start to upgrade and elevate your thinking, your habits will start to change and you'll get a whole different set of results. I've got written here, get into the habit of being more conscious each day, and not so maybe self-conscious. Don't worry about what anybody else is going to think. Just do things that feel a little bit different. Get out of your comfort zone so you're in the habit of it. Okay? That's it for today. Enjoy. Have a happy hump day, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.